Stock market investors, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jason, and today we're going to be talking about SOFI stock. SOFI stock has had an incredible run up as of late, but that's not the best news. This news that we're going to talk about in today's video is something we've been discussing on this channel for years, and a milestone that when they hit it is really going to show just how much institutions love SOFI stock. Right now, I own around 5,000 SoFi shares, and I'm really excited to bring this news to you guys. SoFi is about to hit a monumental milestone. Let's get into it. All right, SoFi investors, if you take a look at the screen right here, this is my little baby Robinhood account. I did have 240 shares, but last week I had a cover call that got called away at $13.50. I wish I would have bought the dip at $13.71. I would have broke even on my shares, but the stock shot up the rest of the day. It's closing at around $14.44. The stock is trading about flat over the past week. Over the past month, up over 41%. The past 3 months, up over 100%. And year to date, SoFi is closing in on 50% gains. Wow, I wish I would have bought more of the dip back in June at $6.52. OMG. Look, my average cost in this account is about $7.33. Almost 100% gain in this account. I did have to sell those 100 shares at $13.50, and then I sold a put at $13.50 earlier in the week. So we'll have to see if the stock can get back down there. I would love to get my SoFi shares back, but we'll have to see what happens. Okay, now back to that news that I was talking about, guys. Here it is. If we go and look at the institutional shares, over 500 million shares are owned by institutions, but that is not the milestone I'm talking about. This milestone, 49.44% of the shares owned are owned by institutions. We are knocking on the door of 50% institutional ownership. If you've been following this channel over the last couple years, you know that I have been hammering home that once SoFi gets over 50% institutional ownership, we're going to really start to see an acceleration in the stock price. And that's really exactly what's happened. If we take a look, right, at the institutional ownership, which are these big blocks in green, we see after the last earnings report a huge jump up in institutional ownership, guys. Went from about 450 mil to about 565 mil, somewhere around there. So about 100 million additional shares have been bought from institutional investors for SoFi stock, guys. It's incredible. The share price is still not even close to all-time highs in that $23, $24 range. And as you can see, we started building a base over the last couple years. And then since about August of 2023, institutions have just been buying. And we saw the biggest jump up in institutional buying that we've ever seen in the history of SoFi stock. I didn't think it was going to happen this fast to get us to around $15, but it did. My 1 year price target from a few months back was around $18 to $20. It looks like we should probably get there. I wouldn't be surprised if SoFi traded in this $12 to $16 range over the next 6-ish months, depending on how the next earnings go. We saw a huge jump up in EPS this past quarter, which is great. Anthony Noto and the team continue to execute, guys. But man, just look at this chart. Boom, 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 boom. It's extremely exciting. Institutions own over 500 million shares, which is great. And then 49.44% knocking on the door at 50% total institutional ownership. And if we take a look, here are some of the biggest owners of SoFi stock. Vanguard leading the way, 89 million. Silver Lake at 31 million. Vanguard Total Stock Market Index Fund, 30 million. Dimension Fund Advisors, 24 million. State Street Corp, 18 million. Jane Street Group, 17 million. Citadel has a call and a put. They're kind of doing a little straddle action. ARK Invest at 12 million. They did recently sell about 13% of their total stake. Some of these people who have a lot of shares have been trimming on the recent gains, right? JP Morgan Chase up around 7 million. Citadel Advisors, just the straight up shares, around 6 million. Bank of America, 5 million. Wells Fargo, 5 million. Susquehanna International Group, 5 million. Guys, very, very exciting time to be a SoFi shareholder. And we're starting to get in these mid-cap funds and all these different funds. And the more funds we get in, the higher and higher the stock price is going to go, right? So I'm really excited to bring you the news that we are approaching 50% institutional ownership. That is huge news because we can see that with this recent run up in stock price, a lot of that has to do with these institutions piling in for SoFi stock, guys. If you are a SoFi stockholder, congratulations on this recent run up. I've been selling puts in that $13, $12, $11, $10 range over the next 3, 6, 9, 12 months. I either keep the premium or I get to buy SoFi stock cheaper, which I would love to do at this point. All right, guys, let me know in the comments below. What are you doing with your SoFi shares? Are you buying more at this recent run up? Are you kind of holding, selling some puts? You selling some of your shares, trimming, locking in some of those gains? I would love to know in the comments below. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next SoFi video. Thank you again. Peace.